Demoinia was kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah, this is Subspace D&D episode 16. We left off right where Corwin and Flanagan were fending off not very well against Demoinia Mortho, who has gone under an illusionary effect where she sees her allies are now demons, and she is trying to kill them with all her might. Back at the cabin, where the party was ensuing, a Bahamut had approached Orbweeb and has given a strange look and is beginning to seem standoffish with Steve himself and Steve to Bahamut. And that is what happened last episode. Now we come back into episode 16. We're going to jump straight into it. As Demoinia is turned to O'Flanagan.
I'm actually turned away from O'Flanagan, if that gives him an attack on opportunity.
Yes.
Because I'm attacking Corwin.
No, you're not you're whooping my ass.
Yeah, as you're slashing down at Corwin and your sword is becoming enraged at you, O'Flanagan starts fumbling with a pouch nearby, and he pulls out this pouch, opens it up, rolls a bunch of ball bearings into his hands, and he rolls them towards Demoinia's feet. Demoinia, give me a dexterity save.
$19.
Okay, the balls roll under your feet and you just stand firm. Corwin, give me a dexterity save.
It feels like my dice are out to get me, dead ass.
Hey,
I don't.
18.
Right, you both stand firm. Okay, it is now back to the cabin. Orbweeb, you're looking upon Bahamut and Steve, and you notice this light imbuing from Bahamut's chest and climbing to his throat. And you can also feel like an intense heat, and the entire area is just frozen in shock, including Saros.
Right,
Steve looks to Bahamut, and he is still hissing, his fur standing tall. He's crouched like he wants to pounce against Bahamut.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals on Steve now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell him to get his ass behind me right now, because that dragon will roast his ass, quite literally.
You see, but Steve looks over to you, and he looks back to Bahamut, and staring at Bahamut as this light is climbing up into his mouth. Steve says, "I'm not afraid of him, mother."
Okay, that's it. I'm jumping in front of Steve, in between him and everything. The whole dramatic
scene. You're just gonna crawl onto the table and get between Steve and Bahamut?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Bahamut, please.
You climb on the table and you get in the way between Bahamut and Steve, and you look over at Bahamut, and Bahamut, as you break the eye contact between them, Bahamut looks up to you, and you see the light imbuing in his mouth, and he sort of brings his head down and looks up at you like that, and the light just dissipates back down his mouth.
I'm gonna
up at you.
I'm gonna reach my hand out to him, not touch him, but reach my hand out to him and say, "It's okay. You're okay. You don't need to hurt the little guy. Are you hungry?"
So as you reach your hand out to him, he kind of just puts his forehead into your hand and kind of nuzzles up against it.
He likes me.
Paris.
I'm gonna say, do you want something to eat, dude? I can obtain fish or something. And you can talk to me.
You can still tell all eyes are on you, and there's all this partying has just come to a quick and fast silence. Everybody's just watching what you're doing next, almost in awe. As you say that, Bahamut sort of backs up and he sits his butt down on the table and looks up at you and turns his head, and you can still hear what sounds like gentle hissing coming from behind you.
I'm gonna turn around and say, Steve, calm down, baby. It's okay. It's alright. You don't need to hurt him. He's not gonna hurt you.
You see Steve looks at you and then he tries to look back over at Bahamut and turns around and just jumps off the table.
Thank you, Steve. Is there food on a table near me or on the table that I am on?
There's no food at your table, but there's food all around you.
Alright. I'm gonna get off of the table that I'm on and grab somebody's food or something and offer it to Bahamut as like a little...
You stand up and you walk by a nearby table and you see 4 dragonborns sitting together. One pink, one orange, one blue, and one green. They all kind of look over to you and they look at their food and you reach out your hand and the orange one just picks a plate and gives it to you without question.
I'm gonna say thanks, I'll pay for this or something and turn around and give it to... I'm just gonna set it in front of Bahamut and say, does this look appetizing? I don't know what dragons eat.
You set down the plate towards Bahamut and he looks down on the plate and you see he goes to bite down on the food and puts one of his claws into the food and just rips away at the meat and starts chowing down on it.
Alright, meets the vibe. Got it, man.
Meets the vibe.
I'm personally not a fan, but you know what? You eat whatever you like. And I'm just gonna sit with him and just kind of I don't know, pet his head or something.
As you pet his head, you can hear what sounds like footsteps walking down the hallway. Just boom, boom, boom. Amongst the silence, these footsteps just seem to be louder than anything you could imagine, just because of the weight in the room that you can feel. You look up, and you can see Zekrom looking down at you and at Bahamut. And he sort of tilts his head towards Bahamut, then looks at you, and he has a stern look in his eyes.
I'm just gonna start profusely apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't think Steve was gonna be an issue. He probably could smell him or something. I will remove the baby boy. He can go back to the cabin with my friend. But it seems like everything's okay now.
Zekrom gives you a long and meaningful look, almost like he's trying to figure you out. And then he looks back to Bahamut and he goes, curious. It's strange.
If it helps, I can talk with animals and beasts and stuff sometimes. So, I did that, so maybe that's why he listened to me. I don't know if you guys can do that with dragons. I'm sure you could, right? Right?
Usually a dragon this young. No.
Oh.
And technically, I've never heard of a druid being able to communicate with a dragon.
Well, I've personally never tried it before until now. But he seemed to understand me. He didn't say anything back. Just, I guess with his body language, but he didn't say anything back to me.
This entire conversation so far, Zekrom hasn't looked at you once, but as you say that, he looks over to you and his eyes just stare into yours. And he says, dragons are very smart.
I believe it.
They're considered to be smarter than most of the entire population.
Oh, that's scary.
His inability to talk is simply due to his age. It wouldn't be. I guess that makes sense.
He was born yesterday.
It wouldn't be because of your magic. It would be just because he is that intelligent.
Fantastic.
Unless you're a. I've never heard of a druid being able to communicate with dragonkind with any of their magic.
Oh. Yeah, probably not then.
So
you know that. It's probably just because he's smart. He's a smart guy. I can tell. I could see it in his eyes.
You see Zekrom kind of lowers his hand towards Bahamut. He says, Bahamut, come. Bahamut looks up to Zekrom and he just climbs into Zekrom's hand and he pulls Bahamut off the table and he wraps him into his arms. He takes one last look at you and he says, Curious to learn more about you. He turns away and he just quietly walks down the hallway. The silence is so thick in this room, you feel petrified at everything that just happened. Like people won't just stop staring at you.
I'm just gonna stutter and mumble and apologize to everybody, and I'm gonna find Steve and leave. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry for ruining the party. I'm gonna go. You guys please celebrate, please continue. I will end the troubles here, I promise.
You see, as you're saying that,
start walking towards Steve.
You see that as you say that, and you're getting ready to leave, Zeros reaches out to grab your wrist, and he gently grabs onto your wrist, not with any force, but just to get your attention.
Okay.
And he says, "It's okay. Zekrom's always been a very intense individual. Just sit down and just have another ale with me. It's okay. Everybody calm down. Everything's fine." You see, as Zeros says that, everyone kind of, the clattering of plates resumes, people start laughing and chattering again, and all the attention seems to drown away from you. Now it just seems to be the only one in the room paying attention to you is Zeros.
All right.
Have an ale with me. Calm down. It's not that serious. The cat's fine.
I'll just take some water, and I'm gonna yell for Steve. I'm like, Steve, come here. The dragon's gone. You're fine.
Yeah, you yell for Steve, and you see he jumps back onto the table, and he rejoins you.
Wonderful.
We jump back to Corwin and Demoinia and O'Flanagan.
Uh-huh.
Demoinia, you're facing Corwin. The balls, you didn't even notice them roll under your feet. You have very firm footing as we speak. What would you like to do as you face this demon before you? He's like, bring it.
I'm still facing Corwin.
Mm-hmm.
The demon.
You didn't notice, the demon. You didn't notice the balls roll under your feet.
That's what I...
Yeah, you rolled so high they weren't even a bother to you.
I'm gonna try to throw one of my daggers at Corwin. So I'm gonna pull one of my daggers out.
Okay, you pull one of your daggers out.
And I'm actually gonna sheath my anti-magic sword because the noise it's making is just pissing me off.
Okay. You take your sword and you sheath it back into its holster and you pull out a dagger and you go to throw it at Corwin. Give me an attack roll.
Oh my god!
You throw the dagger. Give me damage.
Why don't you roll like that when we fight like actual enemies?
Wow, that's a great fucking question, Natanya. That's a fantastic question.
Corwin, as you see Demoinia pull out her dagger and throw it at you, it slices across your cheek and stabs into the door behind you, or the door frame, and you take 3 damage.
Hey.
See, O'Flanagan calls out to you and he just says, Corwin, you okay back there?
Yeah, thanks for the balls too, buddy. Really appreciate these on the floor. Make things a lot more difficult.
You got this. I believe in you.
Going to Eldritch Blast, Demoinia.
Alright, you pull out your hand and this blue and purple-like energy begins to swirl throughout your arm and climb down your shoulder, climb up to your wrist, form like a ball in your palm. You hold out to Demoinia. Demoinia sees this light forming from Corwin's palm. Give me the roll.
Fucking annihilate 22.
Give me damage.
I root for that.
Damn it! Fuck.
4 damage. This light forms almost into an arcing blast and slams into your face, Demoinia, washes over you and dissipates, and you take 4 damage. You're taken aback somewhat as this demon seems to just be summoning magic that you're familiar with, but you can't quite recall where you were have seen it before, as this magic washes over you and you feel an intense pain ring through your body.
And with my bonus action... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, is the adrenaline in Demoinia's body like drowning out the drugs at all?
Nope.
It's
only
good shit.
It's only
if
adding
anything,
to
it's
it.
just making her
It's
fight
only
harder.
adding to it.
Yeah, it's just making her fight harder.
Bonus action, throw a rock.
With Ascending Stone?
Yep.
Okay.
I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Alright, okay. Cast Hellish Rebuke, give me damage. Does he have a save or anything?
I gotta do dex.
It's a dex 13.
Give me the dex save.
Match.
Match. Okay, so you're gonna take half damage. What's the damage?
8.
8. So it's 4.
Yep.
All right, you take 4 damage. And you're using Sending Stone.
On a rock.
You
Heard of it.
you
Fuck.
pull out a rock from your palm. You shoot it forward.
Pretty sure an 8
An 8?
does not hit.
Roll again.
Fortunately, it's not.
A roll again.
Yeah, roll again.
So it's a nat 1.
The rock goes flying past Demoinia's head. You see the rocks flying towards the Flanagan. He kind of goes to the left and it flies past him. And he looks behind him and he looks back to you two fighting.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Now-
boy, if you could do something, I would really appreciate it.
You got this. You can do it.
No, don't.
Oh my
Don't
god.
you got this, me? She turn around, do something, hit her in the back of the head or
I'm
something.
just like screaming.
Come on,
I'm just
Corwin. You're always shooting off these cool
unintelligently.
little blasts. You can take her.
Oh,
She's just wielding a dagger.
She had a sword and she cut me chest, and then she
It looks
threw
like
a dagger.
she put it away. Now she's just holding a dagger.
And what are you doing? You're throwing balls.
If your life gets on the line, I'll jump in.
I'm bleeding out here, and you're standing there throwing party tricks.
All right, hold on. I got
Whole
got
time you
something.
went.
You see, he looks
He said
down
you
and
want to
says
see
that.
party tricks.
He looks down as he say that, and he pulls out his
Pocket sand.
his bag, and he pours more balls into his palm, and he goes to roll them on the ground beneath both of you. Both of you give me dexterity saving throws.
Fuck.
Please make this worth it and fail, Annika.
Not only did I fail, but I got a nat 1.
Nice.
I got
Nat
I
one.
got just 4.
It was a 4, but it's a nat 1. That, I don't know. Do with that what you will.
Okay, so the balls go under you guys' feet, and you both fall onto your asses.
Good.
Let me check something. Okay. Alright, you're both falling prone now. As you both slam onto the ground, Corwin, you're somewhat in the cabin, like halfway on your back. Demoinia, you just fall face first and you fall onto your stomach as these balls are just all underneath you, and you're somewhat annoyed by that. Back up to Demoinia. You're on the ground. Suddenly these demons are throwing out these weird projectiles, and you lost your footing and you fell onto your ass. You see this other demon is now on the ground, and his head is just spinning in circles, doing full 360s. Is kind of hear the neck cracking and blood spewing from his mouth, and he looks up to the ceiling and goes, and he just has blood pouring on down his chin. His claws try to grasp onto the wood as he's picking himself back up. It almost seems like his bones are broken from the fall, but they break back into place as he's getting himself back up.
Wow, you sure know how to paint a picture. I'm terrified. I'm gonna... What the fuck am I gonna do?
Kill it.
Or don't kill it. That's cool too.
Meta.
Oh. I'm gonna regain my footing. I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
I feel like Demoinia's starting to feel a little outnumbered in this situation because she's doing damage, but I'm not really getting anywhere.
Think of it like a real encounter. You have demons on both sides of you.
I know.
They found a way to make you fall prone. Your speed is halved. If you want to get up, use half your speed. You're
Yeah, I'm gonna
surrounded.
Get up. I know. I'm gonna get up, and is the prone demon still on the ground?
He's trying to
Is
get
that
back
kind of-
up,
he's
but
trying
yes.
to get up. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if he'd fully like.
His bones are
All right.
cracking back into place, and he's like trying to get his grasp on the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Earth Tremor towards Corwin.
Okay. You bring out your hand, and you're determined to defeat this demon, and you put your hand on the ground, and you cast Earth Tremor, and the ground just begins to shake rapidly. Is it Wisdom save? Dex save?
Dex save 13. And
So
it's
Dex
1d6.
save 13 on disadvantage.
Fuck me. Alright, they got 12.
All right. So what's the end result? What's the damage?
Let me see. It's 1d6. It's only 1 damage, and they're knocked prone. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared, with each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Right. So the floor underneath you, Corwin, cracks up, and you're having a hard time getting back up. As you start to get your grasp, the earth starts to shake. You fall back down. Take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Back over to Orbweeb in the cabin. Orbweeb, you're just sipping on your water. Steros is looking back over to you. And he kind of just, as he finishes another ale, and you can tell he's becoming somewhat intoxicated, he slams it back on the table and he looks over to you and Steve, then back to you. And he says, what's the toughest creature you've... What's the toughest creature you've ever fought? I bet I've fought stronger.
Once went up against this guy. It looked like he was like some sort of undead demon god thing. I don't know. I don't know much about the creatures around here, the life forces around here other than the animals, but he was quite powerful, and he said he was part of the cult of Vecna or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him.
Yeah.
Sounds like a stupid name to me.
Yeah, he's pretty powerful. Shot me about 60 feet in the sky. And then I had to create a giant, I was going to say weather storm. It was all sorts of things going on. My friend had to save me. Then he fell from the sky.
Whoa.
Whole thing. And then we still didn't get that guy. We managed to escape.
It sounds like an interesting battle. Tell me, have you ever lost an ally in a battle?
Oh, that's a little personal.
Let's get personal.
Getting personal, huh?
I'll tell you about ally I've lost in battle.
How have you lost in battle? What kind of creatures have you fought?
Yeah, I'd say it was just some kind of frost giant creature, and I was fighting with my squad up in the high mountains across the realm near the tiefling region. The snow giant was wielding this magnificent blade. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. Man. I remember he had this attack. He'd spin, and the snow from the mountain would just spin up and turn into ice shards and spew out. We've never seen anything like it.
Is that around here?
Oh no, it's across the realm. It's like,
that's good.
Yeah, you know the Tiefling Mountains somewhere over there.
I personally haven't been there, but I've heard of the place.
Yeah, it's pretty far away. Anyway, up in the mountains, there's a frost giant, and he did these little spinning icicle attack thing. And I remember I watched my left ally, Patronus, go down, where the icicle went through his neck. And I remember the blood spewed all over me. And when he went down, to my right, my brother Barrows kind of went into like a frenzy type deal. And he tried to rush the thing, and then the guy took his sword and he just slammed it through Barrows' chest and ripped him to shreds instantly. And then I ran away. He takes another sip off his ale and slams it back on the ground. He's like, that was a bad day.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been in a fight since my head. Since then. Yep.
Oh wow. I'm sorry for your losses.
Age in history. What about you? Your turn.
What about me? My turn, huh? Well, I haven't lost anybody, thankfully. I've had quite a few close calls. But I guess I can't. It's not about comparing traumas, right? You know, I think
I'm just curious if you don't want to answer the question. You don't have to answer the question. It's just you seem like a very powerful hero, and I just
don't get it twisted. I am no powerful than you or probably anybody else in this room.
Oh,
probably
really?
less powerful, honestly.
I left my teammates, and who does it? They died.
Well, I mean, you probably would have died if you didn't.
Yeah, it's better to die a warrior's death than to leave your friends to die.
I don't think you did anything wrong, Saros. I really don't think you did. You were just... Who would live to tell the tale? Who would live on their memory?
I feel like it's a tale that shouldn't be told. It's a tale of cowardice and ignorance. We shouldn't even have been up in those mountains. It was my idea. We tried to go after the blade of Jupiter, and that was a fucking blunder.
The blade of Jupiter? What does that do? Must have been
That's
worth
the
it.
thing, that he would swing it in the snow and all these icicles would form and they spewed out all over the mountain and killed everybody. And it's a thing of legend. I'm sure you've heard of it. I mean, have you heard of it?
I haven't heard of much.
Yeah, well, the tale goes, it was a long time ago, all the dragons were killed. This deity named Jupiter sent down these blades upon the earth, and one of them is called the Blade of Jupiter, and the Blade of Jupiter is held by a giant of his creation, and if you defeat the giant, you get to have the blade. And it's said that this blade is the part of the trinity of two other blades, and those blades can they open a door into the heaven.
Yeah, I think I have heard of what you're talking about. Now that you mention more.
So me being a little fantasizer decided that maybe I could get that blade and go up to the upstairs, and so I tried to go fight the frost guy with my buddies and my brother, and he did. Yep.
I see. I think it took a lot of bravery from all three of you to go on that quest. And I'm sorry it ended the way that it did. My friend, you seem to be pretty wasted. You should maybe go home.
You see,
Did you come here with someone?
He looks down at his empty cup and he's like, it's only like my 15th cup of ale. I kind of pre-gamed a little bit before this event. Maybe that was a bad idea.
Yeah, you sound like you might have a drinking problem. Do you know how to get to your house from here? I can walk you there if you'd like.
I can figure. And as he says that, his head just falls on the table and he's just out.
Oh, I feel for the guy. Poor thing. He's been through a lot. I'm gonna cast a healing word on him, just to maybe at least make him feel a little better.
You hold your hand out above his head, and this green light forms in your palm, and you almost wash over him like water. And he is still deep in his slumber.
Yeah.
Help with that.
That's
hangover.
just to help with the hangover in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pat him on the back. I'm gonna say, "Let's go, Steve," and do a little Irish goodbye and dip out.
Alright, you collect Steve and you start heading for the cabin door. You open the cabin door and everybody's still chattering, having a great time, hollering, yelling. You open the door, you head outside, you look across the way, and suddenly you see what looks like Demoinia and Corwin towards the front of a cabin on their asses, and O'Flanagan just kind of has his arms crossed and he's looking at them, watching them kind of struggle against each other.
I'm gonna run up to them and be like, "What the heck, guys, is happening?"
As you do that, Flanagan looks to you and he goes,
Let them handle this. I kind of want to see if Corwin can actually hold his own against Demoinia. The answer is no.
Oh my god, no, we're not playing that game. Is Demoinia still tripping?
Define
Yes.
tripping.
No, she thinks we're demons.
Seeing things.
Demoinia, you're currently still trying to get up.
Yes.
You spend half your speed to get up. You are standing. If you look at Corwin, you see he's struggling on the ground. It's a demon-like creature struggling on the ground, scraping at the wood, the destroyed wood, I remind you. You turn your head and you see another demon has approached as they seem to be rallying forces against you while you're trying to defend yourself against these three monstrosities. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start running away from them. I feel
Oh my
outnumbered
God.
and I can't seem to defeat them. So I'm just gonna turn and run.
And I'm
Okay.
casting hold person
Okay, you turn to run.
immediately.
Give me is it a wisdom save?
Yep.
On Demoinia, you got a wisdom save.
On Demoinia.
15. So she gets
God damn
away.
it.
For some
She-
reason I thought that was on Orbweeb. Okay.
You take off running down the way, running past some buildings, just hauling ass. And Flanagan kind of
Hauling
looks
ass.
back to Corwin, who's on the ground still struggling, and he goes,
You okay down there?
Yeah, I'm
you doing?
fine. I just need a nap and a band-aid and I'll be right as rain.
Yeah, just a heads up, Orbweeb. His chest is like sliced right open.
My God. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to Corwin and cast healing word.
Alright, Orbweeb kneels beneath, on top of Corwin. You rest your hand against his chest. The green energy forms, washes over him. Corwin, you take health of 3.
3.
That'll cover it up. That'll
That'll help a
bandage that
little.
right over.
Thanks. Alright. Which way did the Demoinia go?
So is Demoinia in my sight?
Demoinia is about 25 feet away from you. Just
Look
running.
at it. Fucking track star.
Imagine your friend just
I-
slicing your chest open, and as soon as your other friends come in, they just like, oh shit, and they just fucking take off running.
Good friend.
Yeah.
A great friend.
I'm gonna cast hold person again.
Got the range?
Yeah, within 60 feet.
Alright.
Wisdom save. 18.
Oh my
You hold out
God!
your hand, Demoinia, you feel a pressure for a moment, but you break through it and you keep on running. You're running down these buildings. It's later in the day. It's about late 10 p.m. Some Dragonborns
Okay.
are still walking around, but as you're running through this village, to you, you're in this post-apocalyptic wasteland, as this illusionary effect has worsened itself, actually.
Yeah.
The ground beneath you is like desert sand. The buildings next to you are all just broken down shacks. There's bodies everywhere, weapons abound, all in this desert post-apocalyptic wasteland. And these creatures, you can hear them going as you turn for a moment, and you see them on all fours just trying to run towards you.
I am going to continue to keep running and try to find a building or something that looks formidable enough for me to run in and shut myself into somewhere and try to hide.
Okay, you run into a nearby building, little shack. You bust open the door. Give me a strength check.
A 2.
2. You gotta bust open the door and kind of just slam against it. Give me an intelligence check. Or actually do a save.
Ignore that one then. A nat 1.
You slam against the door and you're still you're tripping balls.
Alright.
Back
Do
to
I,
you,
do I see them?
Demoinia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Hex.
Okay. What's
And
doing?
then, so Hex, you place a curse on a creature that you can see within range, which is 90 feet.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, I deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage whenever I successfully attack the target. And the target is on disadvantage on an ability check made with a chosen ability, Dex.
So it's a dex save?
That? No, so I just cast it. It's
Oh.
there.
Cool. Cool. So when
So-
it does happen, it'll be in effect.
Yeah, so when I cast Hex, they got the curse on them.
Demoinia, as you're trying to bust into this shack, you can feel an intense vibration at the scabbard by your side, and a voice, almost muffled, trying to speak to you like.
I'll rip the sword out of my sheath.
Okay, you draw the sword from your sheath and you look at it, and you can hear a voice booming through your head. What are you doing?
There's evil everywhere.
Suddenly, the
I'm
sword
under
starts
attack.
violently shaking in your hand, like it's trying to get, like it's almost like it's trying to control itself, and it goes to attack you. Give me a attack roll.
An attack roll?
Yep.
On this, what do you want me to do?
Or to hit with the sword.
Okay.
All right,
With a 21.
21. You hit. You made damage.
Hit yourself,
Fuck.
dude.
Oh, with the 6.
6 damage. So the sword is yelling at you, and it goes and starts slashing down at your own neck, and it just kind of starts cutting into your neck a little bit. You take 6 damage, and it continues to yell. This isn't what is real. You're seeing an illusion.
I'm gonna try to throw the sword out of my hand, like across the room.
Okay, you throw the sword, and it goes flinging through the air and stabs into the dirt nearby, and you don't hear the voice anymore.
Perfect.
This whole situation is giving Orbweeb a character arc. She feels like her friend is in danger, and she's blaming it on that doctor guy.
Okay.
So she is angry for like the first time ever.
Okay.
Orbweeb's gonna point to Corwin and O'Flanagan and say, "You guys keep an eye on her, and I'm gonna bust my ass into that inn that we were at. I'm gonna go find that doctor."
Okay.
We can get to that part if you'd like.
Yeah.
I don't know
All
if
right.
you wanted to use the multi-universe thing.
No, that's good. That's good. You say that to Corwin and O'Flanagan, and you take off running down the way. You bust into the tavern that you were in. It's pretty late, but you bust through. You see that it's unlocked. You see the tavern keep look at you and goes, welcome back. Is everything okay?
I'm gonna go right past him, and I'm gonna go to the room that the doctor was in.
Okay, you run past him, you go to the room the doctor was in, you see he's just gathering his things, and looks up to you and he goes, no more patients today, please, no more patients.
I'm gonna go up to him, grab him by his shirt, and hold it like it means something from my tiny body, and say, "What did you give my friend, and how do you make it stop right now, or I'm killing you?"
You see you grab him by the scuff of his shirt, and he looks at you like, whoa, where's all the hostility? Well, I didn't do anything to you.
What Corbin's been saying the whole time.
For real.
He puts his hands up, and he has like a smirk on his face, like he's almost cocky, but he looks like he's trying to like submit.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you know what you did to my friend? It was the tiefling. You know who I'm talking about. You gave her something.
That tiefling.
And give me whatever is necessary to make it stop. You know what you did.
I can make it stop. It just requires one itty bitty little thing.
I'm gonna grab my dagger out of its little holder and hold it up to his neck.
Whoa! We don't have to get that hostile. You're gonna kill me? If you kill me, you won't know how to fix it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll wear off.
It takes a while. You willing to take
Then
that
I'll
gamble?
Yes.
Then take that gamble. But I can tell you this. That thing is more potent than anything you have seen in your entire life. Purposely designed for people that kind of get on my nerves.
But he didn't give it to O'Flanagan.
So kill me. It won't get you anywhere.
In 2 seconds. God damn it.
From looking at him, you can see he's overconfident.
I'm gonna take the dagger and just start, like, cutting, like, along his collarbone as, like, a threat. Like, that I am willing to do this.
You take the dagger and you slowly just cut just a little bit, not cause any damage, but enough to make a message. And you just slowly slice across his neck, and he's like, ah! Just sharpen
I'd be like,
that
I
blade. That's pretty
But
bold.
doesn't it hurt more? Doesn't when it isn't though?
Okay, that's a good point. Slice away. It won't get you anywhere.
I'll just sleep slicing then. I'll just keep cutting him up as long as he's willing to let me, and it
Give
keeps
me a
him
hit.
alive.
Give me to hit.
All right. Let me get on that page.
Okay. Back over to Demoinia and Orbweeb. Demoinia, Flanagan, and Corwin. Flanagan, Corwin, you're both looking at each other as Orbweeb takes off down the road. And you see Flanagan draws his short sword, looks at you, and he goes,
There's not much I can do in this situation without killing her.
That's kind of where I'm sitting.
We need a way to subdue her.
Everything I know is just killing. You know, I've told you about the thing in my head. It's just kill, 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 kill. That's it.
Think of something. I'm going to go and try to take care of her and see if I can subdue her myself while I'm distracting her. Find something you can do. Get somebody, make a trap, I don't know. Figure something out. Seems like I'm the only one here who might be able to restrain her with my strength. So, figure it out. I'm going to go see if I can put her down.
You see O'Flanagan takes off running down the road. As he does, you glance downward at the talisman along your neck, and you see it has cracked more.
Oh, it's not good. Oh,
There's about 3 cracks in the talisman now.
that's a problem for another time. Investigation to see if I can find anything somewhat heavy to try and crack over Demoinia's head.
Yeah, give me an investigation.
Knock me out.
Girl, I'm trying.
I know.
It's a nat one.
You're not doing good, buddy.
I'm not.
You look around, but you're so just astounded by what's happening to Demoinia that you just can't really summon the strength upon you to look any harder.
My chest hurts.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Do I still see her?
Yep. She's still trying to bust into this nearby house. What you can tell is it looks like it's a house that belongs to a villager. She's trying to bust through it. Then you saw she turned and threw her sword and it landed in the dirt nearby, and O'Flanagan is booking it towards her.
Okay. She within 120 feet?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot her with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Give me the hit.
That's reasonable.
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me damage.
It's gonna be 8, and then a D6 on top of it.
Okay.
It's gonna be 10 damage.
I am
12.
1 hit point away from death.
12
I am
damage,
dead.
right?
No, that'd be 10.
8 plus 4?
Was
8
that
plus
8?
4 is-
Oh, yeah, that'd be 12, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
dead.
Yeah, the Elder's Blast arcs across the way, slams into Demoinia. Demoinia, you turn as you watch this this blast just hit you in the face, and you're out cold. You slam on the ground, you're unconscious. O'Flanagan stops dead in his tracks, looks back to Corwin, and he gives you a thumbs up, and he goes,
I think I did it.
Yeah, she's down.
Oh,
Where's Orbweeb?
Go check the thing.
he rushes up to Demoinia, and he goes to feel for a pulse. Do a medicine check. He tries to find a pulse, but he's not really managing to get anywhere. Demoinia, give me a death save.
Fail.
2. Okay, that's 1 fail. Back to Orbweeb. Orbweeb, you are holding the doctor, and he's looking at you very cocky. You're trying to slice.
14.
14 for damage?
Mhm.
Okay. You slice into his neck, and the blade goes a little farther than you anticipated. Doing 2 damage?
2 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Some blood spews out, falls down on your chest. He goes, ah! Oh! Shit! Oh,
You
God.
just want to tell me? You can just tell me.
That takes all the fun out of it.
I know. I'm so sorry. This takes so much fun out of your night.
Okay, fine. I have an antidote.
Alright. Where is it?
Costs 2 gold pieces.
I'll give you 1 if you give it to me right now.
2, and I'll give you a smile and a high five.
I'm gonna slice his throat again.
Alright, give me the hit.
17.
Give me damage.
2.
2. You slice into his neck again. Oh!
And I'm gonna
You're
also
a terrible negotiator.
I'm also going to use sorry, trying to find it. Intimidation.
Yeah, give me, that's on his part.
Yeah, 13 is what I rolled.
Okay.
I want him to think I'm fucking crazy.
Good. Fix me.
Alright, what do you say to him?
I'm gonna say, you're gonna give me the antidote right now, or I will continue slicing until you are begging on your hands and knees for me to stop.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna back up
Okay.
a little bit, but still hold the dagger out.
Okay, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a vial of this shining blue liquid and he hands it over to you. Alright,
I'm
there's
gonna-
the antidote.
I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna say, you better hope this works. and
It'll
leave.
work. Alright, you leave. You will head back over to Corwin O'Flanagan and Demoinia, and you see Demoinia is collapsed on the ground. And they're standing over her.
Oh my god, guys, is she dead? Did you kill her?
We don't know.
Corwin killed her.
We'll explain later. Can you check and say if they're alive? They don't look like they're breathing.
Medicine check to see if Demoinia has a pulse with a
Yep.
6.
You are having a tough time finding a pulse.
Alright.
Well, what's the verdict?
I can't find a pulse. I'm just gonna cast Healing Word and hope it helps. 7 health to Demoinia.
Okay. Demoinia is stabilized, but still asleep. Demoinia, give me a 1d4. Hey there, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Subspace D&D. Did you know we have a Discord? In our Discord, you can get a buttload of information that you might not be able just to gather on your own from watching our playthrough, such as different NPCs we've met along the way, to even the quests they've managed to gather along their journey. You can even see our roles as they happen during a playthrough. You can even check the Orunsoul glossary, where I personally, the game master of the campaign, put in all sorts of details about different locations or items or even characters we've met along the way on our journey in the campaign. There is all sorts of cool stuff in our Discord that you can check out, all sorts of details that might be able to help make the campaign more lively for you. If you want to join the Discord, the link will be down below. And if you don't want to join our Discord,
I will find you.
alright, back to the campaign.
4.
You are asleep for 4 hours,
But I'm alive.
but you are alive.
Cool.
Or
Hey,
you
hey.
are now able to determine that Demoinia is alive, but still very well
Alright,
asleep.
she's alive. Let's go back to the inn, get her in bed, and all go to sleep. Because one of us, surprise, has to go up against Zekrom tomorrow.
Why?
That's a thing.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. It was actually mentioned while Demoinia was starting to have her little tripping moment.
Oh.
And he had mentioned that we are choosing one of us to go up against him. And it's, don't worry, no one's gonna get actually hurt, according to him.
So
but-
then what? We're supposed to slap each other around?
I guess so. I think he said survive 10 rounds, or like without falling, pretty much, without falling on your ass.
Yeah, what? Typical Dragonborn ego.
Yeah, let's get Demoinia back to the inn before someone starts
Is her
questioning us.
brain thing done then?
It's her brain.
We're gonna work on that. Let's get her back to the inn.
Okay.
You guys all muscle up Demoinia, and you carry her back to the inn, and you lay her on the bed to sleep soundly. Do you all go to bed as well?
How big is the vial that the doctor gave me?
Let's say 6 ounces.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna prop her up a little bit and then just like slowly pour it in her mouth.
Alright, you prop up Demoinia, you uncap the vial, and you pour the blue liquid down her mouth. And you close her mouth forcefully, and you wait to see her throat move. It does. You open her mouth again, you can tell she swallowed it.
Yay!
Perfect. I'm gonna stay up a little bit longer just to keep an eye on her. And Corwin, O'Flanagan, you guys can go to bed.
Okay. You see at that notice, O'Flanagan kind of crawls up into a bed, leaves the room, crawls into his bed, and kind of gets ready to fall asleep at night. Did I say Corwin?
You said O'Flanagan.
Okay, cool. Corwin, do you do the same?
Yeah, I'm gonna hobble my broken ass over there.
All right. You hobble out of the room, you hobble into bed, you kind of just fall into bed, and you drift off into slumber. Orbweeb, is there anything else you'd like to do for the remainder of the night?
Is there another bed in the room that Demoinia's in?
Yep. There's two.
Cool. Alright. Is there a window in the room?
Yeah. To the east wall. It kind of just peers out to some buildings nearby.
Alright, I'm gonna open the blinds so hopefully the sunlight wakes me up in the morning, because I guess the fight is at dawn for whatever reason. And put my ass to bed.
Okay. You head to bed, you fall asleep, and that is the end of episode 16 of Subspace D&D, where we had a lot of fighting, more than usual.
Sounds good. All against each other.
Orbweeb has gone into more of an aggressive character arc, which is interesting, and I'm excited to see where that leads. Till next time,
Me too.
see you guys next episode of Subspace D&D. Until then, see you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for watching our video today. We really appreciate it. If you want to keep seeing us, make sure to give us a follow and turn on the notification bell so it'll keep popping up. If you want to see Subspace in action, we have a Twitch that we stream on every other week for our little journeys. If you want to really get into it, we have a Subspace D&D that you can join. It's a whole community. So thank you so much for watching us today. We really appreciate it.